Kiss her, kiss her. The audience below the stage chanted louder. Suddenly, the crowd started to boo and hiss. Bella opened her eyes immediately and saw that the video, which was supposed to show sweet pictures of them, was showing a collection of erotic photos. The screen was the size of a whole wall, so the faces of everyone in the photos could be seen clearly. The images showed the men and women holding each other in strange and unbearable positions, and it was only one woman in all of them. Unexpectedly, it was Bella. Out. This is really disgusting. I didn't expect that Bella's private life was so slutty, said one woman. Sister? How can Martin trust you now? Said Lynn, Bella's younger sister. She came out of the crowd in a white dress and handed a document to Martin. Oh sister, this is your medical report which shows that you have been pregnant for more than a month. So far, you should sincerely apologize to Martin. Pregnant? How is that possible? Bella grabbed the medical report and disbelievingly looked at the red line, HCG 212.4. Normal pregnancy. Her hands that held the medical report loosed abruptly. Only one thought appeared in her mind, and that was that the erotic dream on the cruise ship was indeed real. Martin stepped forward and held her slender shoulders, looking into her eyes. Bella, I believe you as long as you say that wasn't true. Bella was in such an absent-minded state. Ruthlessness flashed through Martin's eyes and the gentleness disappeared instantly. He turned to the guests, and with a deep bow, he said, I'm afraid I cannot pursue the relationship with Bella. Today's events are cancelled. Bella walked out of the hotel blankly with the accusing fingers that pointed to her. A car stopped abruptly in front of her, and two men jumped out of the vehicle. A cloth with an odd smell covered her mouth, and she lost consciousness. When Bella woke up that evening, she found that she was in a big bed surrounded by darkness. The light chased the darkness away instantly with the sudden flip of the switch. The man that stood in front of her had a muscular and tall figure with deep and chiseled features and piercing blue eyes. He lifted her delicate chin with his slender fingers and asked with an arrogant look, Pregnant? Huh? I'm surprised that you got pregnant in one night. Bella stared at him coldly, gathering her courage. Were you the man that night? Charles's cold eyes gleamed with sarcasm. You don't remember me? Good acting. He looked at her as if he were looking at prey and spoke arrogantly, If you are pregnant for sure, you will be my wife. Who would want to be your wife? You are a sick and arrogant chauvinist. Bella shouted angrily. Do you know that *****G someone is illegal? Do you know you destroyed me that night and ruined my life? The man calmly looked at Bella, losing control of her emotions. I will compensate you. Compensate. Her hands pushed his chest violently. I hate people like you most, who think they are the most valuable people in the world and other people's lives are cheap. She passed by him in anger, walking straight to the door. But before she could run away, her arm was caught by his strong hand. You want to leave while being pregnant? Do you want to marry another man with my child? Ahem. The man stared at her threateningly. My wife should only own the consciousness of being my woman. From now on, you should only think of me. Give her a checkup now. The man threw her on the bed and tied her hands to the head of the bed. Elsa, the doctor, followed the order and fixed Bella's legs to the bottom of the bed, forcing her legs open in an embarrassing posture. Her dress was pushed above the waist, and her lower body was exposed to the air. Bella shook and looked at Charles, sobbing, Please, please get out. Her underwear came off, and a strand of cold air entered her body as the internal examination began. Tears of humiliation flowed from her eyes. Elsa finished the exam, stood up, and shook her head to Charles. She's not pregnant. Charles stood along the bedside and looked down at Bella's bound body. Of course, women like you would never get in my bed. But you are the selected woman, only you could give birth to my child. He bent down and hovered over her, his muscular body covering her delicate frame. His warm breath spilled on her sensitive earlobe. So, I will do it until you are pregnant. Please don't do this. Let me go. Bella shook her head desperately, but each of her words was muffled by the man's hot kisses. Charles beat her lip as punishment and enchanted her with his husky voice. Only your womb can bear the heat of my seed. Only when you give birth to my child, can you live here. The next day, Bella took advantage of her relative freedom in the villa. She climbed onto the ledge of the window, scaled down a pipe from the second floor, and crawled rapidly through a hole in the back garden wall. She ran fast to the beach and jumped into the sea, swimming desperately toward a crowd of tourists. She plunged into the shallow water area and rushed into the back seat of a parked car to hide. Suddenly, she heard a charming female voice outside. "Martin, my love, you haven't kissed me today." Bella looked up from her hiding place and watched Martin kiss Lynn Sanders' red lips. Her heart deeply hurt. Lynn opened the back door, saw Bella curled up, and screamed, "Bella! Oh, sister! What are you doing here?" She used all her strength to pull Bella out mercilessly onto the rough sand. Bella got up and tried to run, but a white luxury sports car sped up and braked sharply right in front of her. Charles Willams, cold and sullen, walked towards her slowly. Dozens of bodyguards immediately surrounded them. "Bella Brooke, you dare to escape from Williams' mansion." Charles stopped in front of her, his voice freezing cold. "Sir, I'm running for exercise." "Really? I'm not trying to run away." Bella quickly squeezed out a fake smile. "Take her back," Charles ordered coldly. Sif fastened her wrists and tied her hands together at an incredible speed. Bella turned back to look at Martin Smith, pleading, "Martin, save me, save me. Those pictures and medical reports were falsified. Think about the life we shared, Martin." Martin Smith bit his lip, but Lynn clutched his hand tightly, and he remained completely indifferent as Bella was dragged away. Brought back to the mansion, Charles gave her a cruel glance. "Take her to the White Dolphin residence. Since you are so fond of escaping, let me see which is faster, you or my dolphins." A giant whirlpool suddenly appeared before them as walls rose. Two bodyguards dragged Bella to the edge of the pool and pushed her into the deep water without hesitation. Bella screamed as she was repeatedly slapped by a dolphin's fin and thrown through the air. She sank to the bottom of the pool and fainted. Charles frowned, jumped up, and ordered Ziv to pull her out. He quickly picked up her light, soaked body himself and carried her to the main villa. The next morning, Bella went downstairs to the dining room where Charles sat elegantly. "Sir, could I ask to go home today?" Bella asked in a low, hesitant voice. Charles lifted his head, watching her like a humble subject. "When you have given birth to my child, you can leave anytime you want to." "The child would be cursed because of me," Bella tried to persuade him bitterly. "Believe me, you deserve a better woman. One who is equal to you." Charles sneered, his blue eyes flickering with immense pride. "Who dare curse the child of Charles Willams?" He stood up, walked to Bella's back, and lifted her collar to expose her pale skin. His fingers slid slowly over her neck. He bent down slowly and whispered into her ear, "Maybe there is another way to convince you to give birth to my child." Suddenly, he beat her hard on the neck, sipping her blood while holding her tightly in the chair. A wave of strange warmth spread from her shoulder to the most sensitive parts of her body. He stood up straight, wiped the blood off his lips with a napkin, and gave Bella an ironic glance. "Something to help you in your decision to give birth to my child. Something that is completely legal."